Marathon just released its second major patch, and it comes stacked with some quality of life changes, new items, weapon nerfs, and even a little teaser about the final raid-like map, Cryo Archive. I'm going to be highlighting the juicy bits for this patch, but if you would like to see the patch in its entirety, I'll leave it linked in the description below. Without further ado, let's start with item economy. Added 3 new random rolled implant perks that can only be found on implants looted from Cryo Archive. Covert recovery, while in smoke, your self-repair speed is increased and you use healing consumables faster. This is just a huge buff for Assassin, definitely really nice. Reloader, defeating an enemy with a knife attack grants a small amount of tactical and prime ability energy, very nice. Panic response, while at low health, using a healing consumable grants the effects of a cardio kick for short duration. Added 3 new mods that can only be looted from Cryo Archive. We have Punishment. This weapon deals significantly increased damage against redacted combatants. Okay, looks like we're getting some sort of new PvE enemies on Cryo Archive. I think a lot of people were expecting that, but now it's kind of officially confirmed with the redacted there. Testament. Aiming down sights for a short duration increases this weapon's range and aim assist by a massive amount. Okay, this sounds like it's going to be nasty. Definitely excited to get my hands on this thing. Hurricane. While airborne, this weapon has increased stability and greatly reduced accuracy penalties. Okay, welcome back. Airborne effectiveness, Destiny 2. Let's go. Sponsor kits. Rook no longer gets a surplus sponsor kit upon death. Okay, combat. Players can now activate exfil beacons while downed. Good luck. Decreased camera shake intensity from incoming melee and knife attacks. Increased post-run spectator camera timeout from 30 seconds to 120 seconds. Fixed an issue where a player could have a finisher used on them right as they were completing a self-revive or being revived, immediately downing them again. Fixed instances of revive timer, lockout shaders appearing on enemy runner body bags. Fixed instances where ability activations could become desynced with the server. Adjusted the hack status screen effect to be lower intensity and have slower glitch crawl effect. Okay, this is huge. The hack status effect was definitely very jarring and disorienting when it was on your screen, so I'm happy they're toning that down a bit. Runners. The pickpocket drone can no longer loot players who are in the active exfil animation. That's a good change. I know a lot of people were complaining about that. Fixed an issue where pickpocket drones on-screen button prompt wouldn't update to match up players' change keybind or controller button mapping. Okay, I experienced that myself. Happy they're fixing that. Fixed an issue where high-speed grapples could affect network stability. It looks like they're not nerfing the thief grapple movement tech, so I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I like it in the game, but I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people who don't play thief especially, so totally understand that. But yeah, it looks like they're not affected in this patch. User interface and experience. In run. Improve the overall legibility of the revive prompt. Some waypoints will now fade when aiming down sights. Items. Exfilling with a temporal fragment will produce variable rewards depending on your seasonal runner level. Interesting. Vault. Consumables, ammo, salvage, and grenades now have larger stack sizes in the vault. Okay, this is a massive change, and it is a problem in pretty much every extraction shooter. Everybody complains about their vault space and not having enough space to store their items. So this should significantly help with that, and I'm interested to see how it plays out. Weapons and equipment. For the knife. Knife cosmetics will no longer unequip after failing to exfil. This is a huge change. Super annoying having to re-equip the skin that you want after every single run. V75 Scar fixed an issue with the Rampage mag that was causing bullets to ricochet off turrets despite dealing damage. And here we go, the combat shotgun changes. Reduced leftward motion and firing recoil, increased duration of spin ready required before it can be interrupted by weapon fire, redistributed damage fall off, and now retains near max damage at point blank range but falls off much more quickly. Wow, this sounds like a huge nerf. I think it's still going to be really, really good on characters like Assassin, where you can just smoke and kind of get in people's faces. But in general, it looks like it's not going to be the go-to shotty for everyone anymore. I think the Mizraya is going to be king, but I guess we'll have to see how these changes play out. Reduced aim assist cone size and reduced the influence of aim assist on pellet spread as they travel. Wow, and they reduced the aim assist as well. So yeah, it looks like Mizraya is definitely getting an indirect buff here with the combat shoddy nerf. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. Speaking of the Mizraya, reduced the leftward motion and firing recoil. Very nice. Long shot fixed an issue with the gold mod, resetting its counter incorrectly and disappearing from the buff tray display. Mods. Drag and drop can now be used to remove weapon mods from weapons. Dragging a mod attached to a weapon into the backpack or vault will now remove the mod and place it into that inventory rather than moving the entire weapon. This is huge. I definitely love this. I've tried to do this many times and have failed because it was not a system in the game. Now they've added it. I love it. Just a great quality of life change. Chips. Endless Runner fixed an issue with the superior rarity version having an incorrect string. Optics. Thermals fixed an issue where thermals were not highlighting invisible UESC combatants, ticks, and tickness. This is super annoying with the UESC ghosts not showing up in thermals. Don't know why that was a problem, but Happy it's fixed. Generators, fixed a tooltip display that incorrectly labeled the decreased charge time as increased charge time. Magazines, Cloud Feather Chamber was missing its weight reduction stat bonus, making it too similar to Turbo Chamber, and now correctly grants a bonus to weight reduction. Barrels, suppressors, removed the health display scramble and the 2D damage indicator effects that happen to victims shot by a weapon with a suppressor attachment. So they have a developer note here, let's read it. We may visit this in the future, but for now we believe this muddied the gameplay language too much, and the benefit of a quieter weapon is attractive enough for these mods. Okay, interesting. So it seems like they've slightly nerfed suppressors, but it looks like Bungie just thinks that the value they provide is good enough that people are going to use them anyways. Here we are, Zone's Cryo Archive. Cryo Archive has been added to the game. Good luck getting there. Audio, UESC spawn-in animation will now play all of the associated audio. Lowered the range that you can hear other players in combat. So they reverted that little buff to audio that they had last week. I know a lot of people were complaining about it. It definitely was way too loud, so it drew that back a bit, and hopefully that'll fix a lot of things. Also, this wasn't mentioned in the patch, but in game we can now see that rank drops in 4 days. That is March 21st, Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. What are your thoughts on Marathon's second patch? Let me know in the comments below if you think they're making the right changes, or if there's still a lot that needs to be fixed. If this video helped you stay up to date on Marathon, then you can help me by hitting the like button and leaving a comment down below. I hope to see you all on Cryo Archive soon, but until then, good luck out there, runners.